Wellington must stop Napoleon here at Quatre Bras, or see the capital of Belgium potentially fall to the French Emperor. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with some more Napoleonic carnage for you here today, as we are here at Quatre Bras, the famous crossroads before Waterloo and before Brussels. Yes, this is going to be sort of the lifeline of the defense of the British and Prussian armies. If they can keep this road and crossroads open, then they can move their armies to defend against the French assault wherever they may come. But yeah, Napoleon knows about the importance of these crossroads and is trying to seize them for himself here in today's NTW 3 battle. And yeah, I think we are using all historical cores as well for this battle as well. We have, I think we have 3 Reals and 1 de Erlon corps for the French, and then we have 2 Orange and Nassau corps, one already moving up the road and one moving back down the roads as we move back towards the Quatre Bras crossing, which is here. And then we have a Hill, and we also have a Wellington. Wellington is delayed by 5 minutes before he can actually start moving, and then Hill is another 5 minutes after that, so 10 minutes in total. And here we go, cavalry already clashing here. Some hussars look like they're taking on chevaliers of the French here, and yeah, they are redlining already. This is not good. France definitely has a bit of a cav advantage in today's battle. They definitely have more available cavalry, though it's mostly made up of like chevaliers and chasseurs by the looks of it. But yeah, it's still going to be more. These British corps don't really have much in the way of cavalry, and a lot of them are like allied cav, which haven't got like the greatest stats in the world, a bit like these guides de Parreno here. And yeah, you can see the British already trying to form up. Their armies aren't also made up of entirely British troops. We have, you can see here, Field Battalion, which are Hanoverians. We have lots of Dutch militia, and also Nassau and Belgian Jaegers. And it looks like, yeah, more Belgian Jaegers here. Lots of Jaegers. We have some more Feld Battalion, which they kind of look like they're Brits, but they're not. They are, again, more Hanoverians. I think this is actually a pretty big spam. We have Grenadiers and Nassau here, which these guys don't really play much of a part in the Waterloo campaign. Famously, actually, kind of just get shot up by friendlies. Yeah, more Jaegers there. Lots of Allied infantry, actually, here. And, yeah, very little British infantry at all in this first like orange army. I don't know about the other one. I think that one might have more Brits actually. We'll have a look. Lots more line, like Dutch line infantry here. And yeah, I don't know. This is 6-pounder, a British 6-pounder. Yeah, again, doesn't look like a lot of Brits here. Coldstream Guard though, we do have the Coldstream, which is good to see. But I think the Wellington and the Hill armies have a lot more British troops in them, and they will be arriving, like I said, a little bit later into this battle. But yes, this was a fun battle that I took part in as well, actually. And yeah, we had it was a really back and forth battle, and both sides, honestly, at points all could win it. It's definitely worth giving yourself some snacks and some drinks and preparing for a glorious Napoleonic clash. And there you go, Feld Battalion failing to form square, redlining. This other one slightly inside can't form square, and it looks like, you know, the French here might get themselves a very lucky assassination. If that French cap there can side charge, it might rout that Feld Battalion, which should have formed square and dealt with this entire problem. It's green lining, so it should be okay. French actually redlining here. And you can see we've got Belgian Jaegers trying to set up, and National Militia. I think they're going to try and side shot. They need to be careful not to rout their own troops. The French did rout there, I think, because of that volley. And then you be careful not to rout their own Feld Battalion, which are also redlining here. And they don't want a friendly fire as well. That could also be detrimental. And it looks like the guides over here aren't going to be committed. Like I said, Cav has to be used reactively for the British in this one. It can't be being too proactive with it. And it looks like the Feld Battalion are going to survive. There's heavy losses there in that melee, that is for sure. And all this has done is slowed down the British retreat as the French infantry now arrives, including a general here. So I imagine he's pretty much in the center of a big infantry push here. The Brits have got a unit in this building. They've got some flankers, Nassau, so they're not going to hold for long. So this is a skirmish unit. I imagine the first French infantry that storms that building will take it. But that is not the objective. That is not the building that the French need to take here to win today's game. The one they need to take is the one back here. This farmhouse here is the one that you need to take. That is Quatre Bras. This other little house here is not part of Quatre Bras. This is this is La Roche. This is the other one is called something else. I don't know. It's because of a G, something core, but it's not part of the Quatre Bras either. And the French, yeah, using every single road that they can find to get here and move quickly, because speed is of the essence, because the quicker they can move and the quicker they can like quash this orange army here, means that these other corps cannot get a move on. But as you can see, Wellington is already on the move. The 5 minutes have passed since the beginning of the like the start of this battle, and yeah, Wellington is now arriving. Lots of more allied troops actually here as well. You have a lot of looks like light infantry von Holstein. These are Brunswickers technically, but I could be wrong. But I think we've got avant-garde as well. Yeah, we've got I think quite a lot of Brunswickers in this army, and also a fair amount of Hanoverian militia as well. There are some Brits as well. That is good to see. Yes, already cavalry dashing over, as we kind of already lost some cav early on, so I was like, I need to get my cav over there. Some hussars and uhlans already dashing, trying to assist the French, who are trying to use this forest. They're trying to outflank Orange. I think Orange is aware of it, but there's not much you can do until I arrive as Wellington to sort of assist. And the other Orange army is now arriving and going into the field here. Looks like it's facing off against the French flank here, which is kind of shifting off this road now and is going to face down Orange. It looks like actually, yeah, a lot of Brits over here maybe. Yeah, we've got Cambridgeshire Foot. We have also, yeah, the 1st Yorkshire West Riding, 33rd, 73rd, King's German Legion, which aren't British technically, but they are very good British, like German troops. Pretty much part of the British Army. And yeah, here we go. Line fight starting to take place. This is definitely not what the French want. The French have tiny units really in 1815 in their corps. Their units aren't really designed for line fight. We've got lots of Laguerre here though. Already shooting away. Like the French have good melee stats with 1815, but the thing is that their units are so small that it's a one-use melee. To be honest, if you win a melee fight with 1815, they're not going to be able to go into the next fight with the same unit. And there you go, those flankers of Nassau have been beaten back. I think it's just looks like it's just a generic French infantry that's taken the building, and it's not really the end of the world. It's just a small, speed bump that's just been taken out of order. The French needed to do, and the Allies needed to hold it to sort of slow the French down. Yeah, these units aren't nearly as big as some of the earlier period French armies. We don't have like a big French cav army either, sort of like Kellerman, which is available with all the heavies, which is all for Yol, it's more of the mediums. This has sort of like a light cav that sort of assists in these corps. And I think something's just gone into these buildings here to occupy. Actually, no, it's in here. It's a line infantry going into this building here. It's actually into Quatre Bras. I think we might see militia soon be about to occupying La Roche there as well. We'll see. Big battery of guns setting up here as well. We've got 2 6-pounders actually set up for the Brits here. They're battering away as the French columns come forward. But yes, if you're a fan of all things NTW3 and want to see more Napoleonic carnage like this one, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment on this. It really does help out the channel. And if you want to send in your own replays, have them featured on my channel, do send them into my Discord. Link is down below, as always. And there you go. Look at those 4 Frenchmen absolutely flying, and that French infantry, they're redlining. You get absolutely pulverized by cannon fire, and now the muskets will take over, and they'll do just as much damage in a way. And here we go, cav push coming here by the Chevaliers, actually managing to rout with support of infantry, routing some of this militia here. Can't form square, can these Dutch? They have managed to scare off the cav. That might just be enough to get rid of that infantry, and it's going to. But all this sort of infantry and cavalry pinning down the militia in melee means that more French infantry can come forward, as they can't fire whilst in melee. And yeah, more French infantry coming in, and this could be a real problem here. This sort of corner that the French are already pushing. I mean, yeah, I would just charge in if I was the French to go down this line. The British are bringing up more of the Allied militia, but it might not be enough. They might need to send in some cav or something to try and stop this melee. Looks like the French have been pushed back here just about by National Militia. They're going to get charged again down this line, down the road. The counter charge. Will that be enough? This is a combat gen, this one, so he might have some decent stats, actually better than the typical sort of militia unit. A cav charge could also be pretty useful to assist here. We have got some square rebels. Why he wasn't on the end, I don't know, but it doesn't really necessarily make a difference if you're being charged by infantry. Again here, looks like they've been repulsed. It looks like the Nassau infantry has managed to repulse. So French push there. It looks like La Roche is maybe getting invested by some national militia, which is good to see. But yes, real threat coming here as more cav comes forward. Looks like both French and English troops have been broken there. And here comes the cav going for the second line. Looks like after more militia. Kind of getting tied up on this militia here. This might be able to help break it though. There you go, sort of French and cavalry assistance there might just shatter this British line or this Dutch line here. Over here, this is also looking very concerning. The right here of this orange army is being charged in the forest. Again, going in, fighting looks like some Jaegers. We've got sappers in here as well. These guys are like pretty much the only grenadiers available to the French in this era, which is kind of disappointing. But there you go, sappers breaking through. And yeah, they're going to have to try and keep pushing on. I mean, the French just need to keep keeping a general advance going here. Artillery helping to assist. The Feld battalion and the Belgian Jaegers being forced back down this road here. And it's looking all pretty bad. Wellington is arriving. But it's not going to be soon enough. Orange is in full retreat here. The French keep pushing on. We've got some more actual like proper line infantry here for the Dutch. There's some not militia, these are actually trained troops. They might hold a little longer. And here we go. We're going to see a hussar push here from Orange. Looks like he's going to try and maybe get rid of some of this cav. Maybe make a counter charge against the French here. As squares being formed up. And they go. Huzzah! For king and country. There you go. They got rid of them. The French look like they're going to counter with their own cav. Looks like they can bring forward some more Chevaliers. Okay, a good charge off those hussars. We'll see how they do, but yeah, this is not looking good. The whole front here for the British is shattering. Just one after the next as you get picked apart. Belgian Jaegers here and absolutely annihilated, and just yeah, the other troops routing around them. I mean, these guys will master out. Unfortunately, these Belgian Jaegers are useful. They're good units to have. Can't form square necessarily, but they're incredible. They've got some good shooting stats. More squares being formed here. Square kind of makes you hold a little longer. And that, yeah, that Dutch infantry there will do their bit. I guess their sacrifices are going to be needed as other units get out of here. Feld battalion still getting out there pretty decent and shooting. La Roche will soon be stormed here. I think it's this national militia that's inside that building. Wellington is now arriving on the field as well. We have got the avant-garde. The Brunswick is now arriving in their all-black uniform. Starting to blast away. Trying to duel with the French lines here. So we've got the 95th Rifles as well. Sharpsmen. You've seen the Sean Bean series or read the books. These are the boys at Sharpley. Grasshoppers. Yeah, and lots of sort of Brits. And also more Landwehr coming forward. A lot of these British armies kind of got a lot of like militia in them. I mean, in the history, like the army at Waterloo and in the Waterloo campaign, only a third of it was British troops, and even then made up of a lot of green units, not the veterans from the Peninsular War. And the Brits here on the retreat, as they need to be. That hussar looks like it's been routed as well at some point. Might
this
return.
Building has fallen
And there you go. I think La Roche has fallen as well. That's been stormed by the French. Yep, they're going to invest it. I imagine it looks like some just basic infantry again. The national militia have been removed. We have got the building here occupied, looks like again by just some Nassau's troops of some sort. And there you go, the French going in, trying to just upset the British lines before they can even get set up. Really good here by the French, not giving the British a moment's peace. And yeah, they're going to keep charging forward. The French are still coming forward, led by the sappers here, those angry men with their axes. These guys, you know, face the storm, Huguemont. And they're going in. Into the Dutch they go. What work they can, they'll do their nastiest business there. Hacking and slashing at those. The cav getting out, keeping itself alive for another day. The infantry is going in, and the French have stormed Quatre Bras. Are they going to be able to take the farmhouse? We will see. Another farmhouse has fallen to the enemy. This is, yeah, just another one on the flank here. Sappers inside there. Don't need to worry about that one. The British are fully falling back on that flank there. But in good order compared to the centre here, which is still in a really bad state. Wellington is now forming up the new right flank here for the Brits. These fresh troops arriving. Starting to blast away. The French are coming forward here. You need to get as many volleys off as possible. The Somerset foot here. Start blasting away. Fire when ready. Fire when ready, boys. Come on. A decent volley from the Brunswick is there, but not like insane. That was a bit better. Yeah, these guys are redlining. They might now break. They really should charge those French. I mean, they can just kind of walk into melee anyway. The French, I think that was part of the plan, but yeah, there you go. They just kind of break on impact. French cav winner actually over here, though. They've actually managed to rout those hussars, charge them, and they now have cav superiority on the flank here, but a lot of units can form square for the Brits. That is one positive. Wellington, though, is kind of a little bit vulnerable. Needs to be aware of that. More cav also appearing from the forest. Looks like more Chevaliers. Need to be careful of that. But yeah, the French infantry kind of being repulsed at the moment from Wellington. And the French are kind of, you know, being slowed down a little bit as like they come forward bit by bit. The British are starting to sort of stabilise. Hill is near at hand as well. He is nearly here. And the fighting for Quatre Bras still intensifies around the farmhouse as the fate of the battle is being decided. One thing you do also have to be aware of is the Brits do have a sneaky little light dragoon way in behind here that they can, I think, keeping there just to look for general snipes and stuff. So we've got to keep an eye on that as well. As that might try and go for stuff. But yeah, again, the French being forced back here, as you can see from the farmhouse, really good there. The sappers are ready to go in. They will, you know, try and storm the building, try and take it themselves by force. And the Brits are trying to be aggressive on this flank here. They need to be careful. They don't want to be too aggressive. Be more aggressive here in the centre, but it seems like they're taking a lot of casualties. They're losing slightly light infantry. The French are being really aggressive on this left here. They need to be careful of this. Got, yeah, Wellington's actually got his land bearer about to get charged here. There you go, more melee taking place down the forest. Oh jeez, what happened there? That was an absolute brutal volley from, that was the artillery. 6 pounders here from Wellington just blasting into the side of that French infantry there. That might just change the fate of that combat there. French cav actually managed to catch the Somerset foot out of square, routes them. Next unit has formed square, they're the light infantry here. They'll go into them, but that will give the French infantry time to move forward. And again here, looks like Ulan's here charging in. Doesn't look like they're going to win that fight there against the Chevaliers. This could potentially here doom this British right flank. And yeah, they need to get out of here. You can see the Brits are running for their lives. They know what's coming. Avant-garde Jaegers might need to just slow down this advance. French are zooming. I think they're going to go in for another volley here. Another charge here. We'll see. Form square. There you go. Square's formed. It's going to get rid of the cab, but the French infantry is going to come very much within range. And they'll charge, and that's unfortunate there. Now Wellington is on the retreat. It's all looking pretty pear-shaped on this flank here. More melee fights take place in here. The loyal Lincoln volunteers fighting for King George. Yeah, the left flank's still looking in good order. Not a lot of action really taking place there. The farmhouse still besieged by Frenchmen. I think it might be the sappers in here now. I'm not really sure who's in there. What is going in though? We have the Coldstream Guards going into Quatre Bras. They will hold the farmhouse. They will do what needs doing. You can see they're still falling back here. The light infantry trying to get out of there. Landwehr probably not going to get out in time. Wellington has been pulled back well into safe lines. Hill is now arriving. Still the fighting goes on in the forest. don't know if the day will soon be theirs, because the British still look like they're losing this one. I don't see them turning this one around just for the moment. The French keep assaulting. Hill needs to arrive and get into the game soon. Another charge into the O'Hare in the skilling foot. Wellington troops here. These guys are meant to occupy Quatre Bras, but the guard have gone in instead. They've still managed to force back the French anyway. It does not matter. French cav going in. Looks like it's failed to break Wellington's men here. To form square where they can. This is what they need to do. The Pontes Pilates guard getting out more squares. Looks like they're being formed. The Grenadiers here actually charged. They can't form square the Nassaus. They might break it. And they do. Just like that. Easily broken. And it's all going wrong here. Hill forms square with the Highland Lightfoot, the Assai regiment. Fire when ready! Send the Frenchmen back to Paris. There you go, get out of there, boys. And yeah, I got pretty badly mauled as well. It wasn't one of my finest battles, that's for sure. I'm still alive very much, though. Still got a fair few units, but I'm slowly getting overwhelmed with this flank here by the French. I think I'm 1 point down in value, which is not like masses, and I certainly think in this period it's not the end of the world. The British like 8 is not bad. It's definitely not as great as the 7. The 7 at Hill is really good, and you should bring so much with it. Here we go, charge coming in. Like 4 or 5 brave Brits here, or Lambert and the Hanoverians really fighting off against the French. Here you go, the left flank is now being reformed by the Brits. They look like they've got regained courage now that Hill has arrived. They feel like they can sort of try to throw back the French. They still look like they're vastly outnumbered and maybe sort of could be outflanked here. Potentially King's German Legion light foe. We've got the Green Rascals here pushing on the flank with lots of other King's German Legion.
Your men have been routed, sir.
Trying to do their bit, but yeah, still looks like a lot of issues going on that right flank there. But yeah, the left flank starting to regain some sort of confidence. Looks like it's now going to make another push. This is the other William of Orange army. Howittz is blasting overhead as well. Look at this, French infantry going deep into enemy lines, and actually Hill is now come forward in to try and stem the tide. Yeah, bodyguards, those guys are trying to hold the line. You can see here as well the King's Own Royal Foot, the Lions, trying to show they have lion hearts, but not quite enough. They get routed as well. More Landwehr here breaking. Yeah, I'm slowly just getting chipped away. My men can't retreat quickly enough. Not as speedy as those Frenchmen. These brave Hanoverians die trying. They're getting flanked and shot as well. It's not helping with morale. A new line has been formed on this right flank here, made up of a mixture of Wellington and Hill. But there's still great concern for the Brits. A huge battery here of French. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guns. These look like 8 or maybe even heavier pounders, maybe like 8 or 12 pounders here set up, and they are they're blasting away into these British lines. They're gonna absolutely pound these healthy units here. We've got the King's German 3rd Foot, the Hill. They're all set up. The Assai regiments here as well. A big unit, a 28-man unit. Shoot for absolute days you can. But yeah, they are here ready to go. They need to get rid of those guns. They're gonna have to sacrifice a cav, you know, something. The Brits trying to take out those guns. They haven't got much in the way of cav left. We still have the guides over here, and it looks like also a light dragoon back there. And that other light dragoon is still sniffing around in the forest, as you can see here, hidden. Apparently this French infantry is so close to it, still can't see it. It's incredible. The French still look like they could flank around here if they wanted to, but Hill, no, sorry, this is Orange over here. I think this might be some re-rallied Orange units. Look like they are going to stabilize that right flank. We've got artillery here as well, trying to, you know, be a cornerstone to this defense. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. A French cav charge here, just about repulsed. Looks like the guides managed to get rid of them. The guns, though, are actually, yeah, they're crewless. I think both routed. At least one has gone. The other one, I think, might be long gone already. So that's all their artillery there. Pretty much gone for the Brits. Not good to see. There's a big hole in the line here, really. The French could take advantage of, try to take advantage of. French lines patiently waiting. I mean, to advance though is going to be pretty, I wouldn't say suicidal, but there's a lot of landwehr here. Can shoot just a lot of mass that's been thrown up here by the Brits to try and sort of stabilize this area. It looks like other more professional units are being pulled back to maybe used elsewhere in another push. It looks like France has managed to beat back William of Orange over here. His Belgian Jaegers routed. Looks like the King's German Legion got pretty badly mauled as well. I think France might give it a go with the Chasseur Cheval here. Make a dash if possible. Yes, you can see it looks not good. Another little brave push here by the Laguerre. Got thrown back by National Militia. The bodies around this Quatre Bras farmhouse is insane. Like this combat gen here is just surrounded by bodies. And mostly his own, I think, like his own units. Which is not so great. Yeah, both sides now. I mean, France has done a lot of push and they need to sort of reorganize, try and shift their strength to one position and try and make another decisive push. Obviously, the farmhouse here is the main objective. We've got John Hare, which is the combat general. We've got it looks like Dutch line infantry in here. We've got the Coldstream Guards in there as well. At the moment, they can't all be in there surely. So someone might need to pull out and just so everything's not in there in one go. But yeah, there's an artillery battery needs dealing with if the British want to have any hope of sort of advancing or even winning this line fight. A lot of their units here get orange lining, red lining. I think this is just losing from just the line fight, but also at the militia here. And they're just getting pounded for the fun of it. I mean, better than the actual redcoats that like Hill is provided. But they're getting hit as well. The 91st foot here. And I think this guy unit here, this little Lancer unit, is going to have to sacrifice itself if it's going to attempt anything sort of. If they're going to try and attempt anything. It seems like that guide unit is going to have to be used. They have got the light dragoon as well in the back lines here. There isn't a lot of options. I mean, there's a general here that could go forward. There's another artillery howitzer by the looks of it. It's a little bit up. I don't know why I bothered. They have pretty good range. And here we go. Looks like the guy cav going in. Volley from the artillery might rout it. And in they go. The cavalry for the French went in. Looks like they tried to go after the infantry here. Routed that National Militia. The guys go in. They might get this other gun as well. And the cavalry did rout. The little Chevalier gun, I think, routed actually charging the British infantry. The guides still going in. Are they going to get any other guns? I don't know if they got them all. I think they did, actually. They haven't incredibly got them all. It looks like the other British cav is about to be committed. As you can see, it's actually ever so slightly gone in already. It's already managed to engage that howitzer. Got rid of that. Can it get this this general? You can see that other little cav unit is still being committed forward to try and get the guides. Foolishly is left to the general. The general there has actually been friendly fired, I think, as well by his own infantry as they engage, and they're slowly coming out of the forest as the light dragoons there. They're going to get that general, that's for sure. There you go, one general dead. And there's another general here that's very much open to being taken out. That cab that pushed forward is redlining. Don't know if it's going to be able to be of any use. French infantry turning around, is shooting at the light dragoons, but he's going to potentially rout their own general. He's running for his own lines. That's one general gone. Kind of second being assassinated here. Don't know exactly where he is. I think this might be him here. There he goes, he falls. He falls, and that's the second French general dead as well. And that might now destroy all hopes of French pushing on their left, the British right, through the forest. They've lost two generals on that side. They still have their other generals on this side, I believe. There's one way over there. He's the general of that right flank. I don't know where the other one is. But the British Light Dragoon has gone, so any other French generals are safe for now from being assassinated. I think the French do have most of the cav superiority at this point. I don't know where the other general is, well, unless he's way over here as well. There's one, but I can't see the other right now. But yeah, France on the retreat. Britain needs to now advance and advance quickly because the French are just going to just give what ground they can. We are for Wesley here trying to do his bit. We've got a 6-pounder still set up. That could be nuked.
Orders understood.
Need to move forward. Keep moving, guys. Still a lot. Yeah, Hill is pretty much on the front line now. Wellington's score pretty much spent. So you need to be like Hill's healthy army that's arrived last to the battlefield is going to have to take over much of the pushing on this flank here. And this colonial infantry that the Dutch have brought in a different sort of colour. Looks very nice. I can see why it could be mistaken for French infantry though. In a light blue sort of tint. It's very deceptive. France still firing backwards, firing at the light dragoons way over there. Need to be careful they don't shoot their own men. You see, France is evacuating the forest. These troops, these 3 units here, coming out of the forest. And looks like artillery here, yeah, just falling back. I guess they just got just routed just from being near the cavalry charge. They routed in good order with their guns and everything, not just the crew running away. Coldstreams here as well. I think the Brits want to use those as sort of like a push, get these guys get close with the infantry here, and make space for the Coldstreams to run through, bayonet what French they can find. The left still looking, you know, quite passive at the moment. The King's German Legion are actually now shifted off from the extreme left and are now coming back down the road, maybe towards Quatre Bras. Maybe they know that this is the place where they're going to break through. If anywhere, this is now the weak link with no generals on this side. The French here are in all sorts of panic. And Hill just needs to get right in front of the French. I mean, he's routing quite a lot here already with his musket volleys in there. Yeah, orange lining, red lining, everything but being green. They need to just, yeah, keep moving forward, keep chasing the French because the French aren't standing. They're being pushed back from Quatre Bras. The storm does seem like it might have blown over for the Brits. They still have, yeah, troops in here ready anyway, just in case the French. They could come up the road still quite easily and just like bypass William of Orange and Hill here. They could just, yeah, come straight up the road and then make a storm for the building. I mean, they still hold La Roche, you've got to remember as well, which is still not far away from Quatre Bras, so a storm could still take place, and they have artillery here. So they could just keep blasting this building down to sort of 50% and then give it a go. We will see. I'm surprised they haven't already. What's going in here? Coldstream Guards going into the forest, trying to rout any French they can find. And also they found a whole bunch of Laguerre sappers in here as well. Wellington advancing through a forest is not going to be speedy. Oh, here's the other general, I think. This is the other general that's still very much alive. So maybe the extreme left has still got his general. Might be the 2 center armies, actually, that have lost their general. Which, if anything, is more devastating. French cav there. Looks like it routed. But it has managed to take out a couple of national militia with it. So it's a small victory nonetheless. I think it got routed by the Van Molt's healing militia there. But an advance is going to be made here by the French infantry. I feel like it maybe should have come at the same time as the cavalry charge. Wasn't quite organised properly. They've sort of reorganised. They're greenlining once again. There you go, skirmishes. Looks like they're going to get easily pushed aside here by the redcoats. There is French cav though, pushing way wide here, which is a concern for the Brits, because they could easily just now go and do the same thing that the British did to the French, and just go and assassinate some British generals if they can get him behind. Who we got here? We've got one William of Nassau. We've got Wellington here as well. He needs to be careful of the stakes. He's running just straight at the stakes at the moment. Hill needs to keep moving forward. He's got the French on the run. La Roche is ready to be taken. And what's he got that could take it? Probably any of these redcoat units could probably take it. If the French unit in there's one of the units that's part of the army that's lost its general, they yeah, easy for the taking. France makes an advance here. It looks like it has made a charge. Got close enough to the line infantry. Squares have been formed. Don't think that's really the right idea. If you're going for counter infantry, going to blast his square now. And there you go, general's fallen. Wellington actually running to stakes, and yeah, what a silly way to lose my general. I didn't realize it's stakes in the in there, but it was a mistake. Should have been keeping an eye out for them. Stakes in the forest, an easy way to kill a general. And there you go, they blasted that square, and now it's probably going to now put my corps pretty much out of action. I've not got a lot of it left, and now no general. Yeah, morale's not going to be great. But this looks like a good push here from the French. Once again, kind of, you know, not giving up the fight just yet on this right flank. They still have a lot of fight in them. Running quite a lot of like these militia units here. A good push, I'd say, from this center sort of spot here. These two units. And this third one, they could try and contend with this militia, try and break through. And look at that, yeah, a gap has been made. They could give it a go. Just like the sorry, not the Coldstream, the King's German Legion, these green rascals. These are the units that look like they're going to be the most biggest problem here to deal with. Artillery is a great way to counter. They're redlining just like that from a good direct artillery volley. Another one of those. This is great, but yeah, France again giving ground. Will Britain follow? I don't know. He's taking a lot of casualties. He might wait for a moment. British cav coming forward must be one of the last ones. Got a light dragoon here that is coming forward. Looks like it's going to go either for this general. No, it's a skirmish unit. It might go for the guns as well. I think this is a howitzer back here. Yep, howitzer. This has been held in reserve. Britain still moving forward though. Yeah, got France very much on the run. Coldstream Guards storming the building. No better unit you want to storm the building for the British Army, really. Maybe the Black Watch, but the Coldstream Guards, yeah, very good unit. They'll do the job storming that building. I think it's just basic French infantry in there. And here we go. Cav charge going in. I think it's going to go for the gun. Probably. I don't think he wants the skirmisher. The skirmisher's going to charge them, though. Yeah, this light dragoon doing what it needs. Actually just gets routed. Wow. I think he's been routed by that volley there. I really did not know. That was surprising. There you go. That's unfortunate there for the Brits. I think that's our last cav unit. Maybe artillery just blast. Jesus, howitzers doing some nasty, nasty volleys. If they landed and hit something, that would have been a nasty volley. Huge British line here. And I say British loosely. Lots of, like I said, Lambert and Brunswick's Dutch troops amongst them. Buildings being occupied. I think that is the Coldstreams succeeding in their job. Yeah, it looks like they kicked out. Looks like it's a Laguerre unit that was in there. Light infantry. No match for the Guards of Britain. Yeah, France now very much full in retreat. A lot of these troops either returning or just, you know, ready to waver and break. Britain just needs to keep on pushing forward. And I think the Brits here have not really moved at all. The left flank has not moved at all, and so much so that the French line that was in front of them is now out of sight. It's, I think, somewhere back here. So by that infantry units on the road, it'll probably be along that line towards the house where the artillery is. So I imagine that's the line they're sort of trying to hold. They're probably going to fall back to that house there, which they have, which is a Houdet or something like that. I think it's called Houdet. Yeah, where their artillery is. They're probably going to just try and make a defense around that. Not a bad idea. The British don't have much in the way of artillery themselves left, so they can't really fight that off. I think we have like one 6-pounder horse artillery here, and then also there is a 6-pounder foot artillery. The Boltons back there, named after maybe House Bolton, who knows. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to artillery. All the generals as well stacked up here. Roland Hill, Daddy Hills there. It's got William of Orange here. You need to be careful they don't stay too close to each other, because one cav charge from that lone French cav unit all the way back there could be curtains for it. But I think they'll get the 6-pounder before they'll get anything else. It's the easiest kill there is. Yeah, France kind of bunching up here. They need to get really right in the face of the French here. Belgian Jaegers leading the way. Start blasting, boys. Full artillery here. It looks like it's going to unlimber. I mean, you can just start pounding those French there. I mean, if they charge it, but we'll see. If they get canister off right now, they probably get some good canister volleys. Still some sappers alive to the French as well. So, you know, they've still got some melee capability about them. And here we go, the French making a bit of a counter-offensive now. Their last throw of the dice to see whether they can get rid of the British. I mean, they have a lot of Lambert units that are vulnerable. There you go, the sappers though routing a one volley from the Jaegers there. It was all its stuff. That was handy, because the gun was not really in position at all. The British here stood right in front of their own gun. And here we go, Belgian Jaegers putting a few volleys in. That might just be enough to rout the French. There you go, and they're going to counter-charge now. Charge into them. Here we go, yeah, the French units waving in quite a few spots here, moving towards the British guns. A lot of these units already seen action, banged up, but they're going to go in, redlining. For the Emperor! Vive l'Emperor! Vive la France! And yeah, looks like, yeah, I mean, there you go. The Phil Battalion here routing those boys. That little push, I mean, that could have been good. National Militia here in the Fell Battalion, all that was holding back the French there in that sort of centre position. That could have there could have been a breaking point there, but the French instead are going to rout themselves with a couple of good volleys. Got them. We've got going in here. Fell Battalion here, just chasing the French down, not letting them get set up, and they are all redlining.
Yes, sir.
Doing their bit. Another one here, redlining. Looks like the Fell Battalion going to go into that straight away. Not even touching them in their routing. Good to see there. And they got them on the run. They got the French on the run. And as Wellington says, like in the Waterloo film, the whole line shall advance. And that is exactly what's happening. The whole line shall advance. Cav charge here could be the last hurrah of the French cavalry. It's got a good opportunity here. Down the line, go for Hill's Land there. And again, with the French infantry coming forward, they still have one sort of last trick up their sleeves. And this looks like a good chance here. Chevalier goes redlining. Can the French infantry needs to move up, move quick, keep going down this line. There's a lot of British infantry here that could be routed. As the British sort of descend on the French left, destroying that entirely. British centre here looks a little bit tenuous. French infantry needs to keep moving forward. Get into melee with the landwehr here, with the militia. Support your cavalry. Cavalry can only be as good if it's supported by infantry. It only works, like Napoleon would say again. Right for the French having to fall back, as you can see here. Again, King's German Legion. The reason for it, I think the camp here must be pretty tired at this point. It's already routed that National Militia. Might get the next one in melee, but it's going to need infantry support in a melee fight. And it's the right time to go in for a melee fight. A lot of units here for the land there, routing around them. Get all of these guys here, potentially. The British are descending from the other side, though, when the French line is kind of split. Some of it having to fall back to sort of face the threat. The rest advancing forward, going into melee. Bayonets swirling. Go, boys, go! Like redlining land there. Probably because of the cav support and the infantry working together. If they can rout that one, they can probably get the other ones as well. But the French actually thought they could get routed here by Lambert. So there you go. One got rid of. Next one's redlining. They descend into the flank there. They'll rout that and they'll get rid of the rest. It does not matter on the other side here. Highland foot and light foot. Engaging the French there. Being supported by Hanoverians. There you go, they got rid of it, all those British infantry there. So I mean, yeah, the French still got a bit of fight in them. Good to see here. Well, we've got storming, we've got the 30th Cambridgeshire Foot storming the building. 73rd Foot also flanking around, trying to do their bit. Yeah, actually, I look like they're going to get routed. Yeah, that was a bad decision. Building occupied here by the... oh, they managed to get that one of the Brits. Run there? Oh yeah, they've stormed it. I don't know what stormed it, but the French had occupied it, so they went all the way back there. There you go, with the Highland Foot and the Hanoverians, they managed to take out that unit there. The French still being aggressive, still flanking on. You can see their cav still being a problem. The other cav unit must be somewhere in the back, causing all sorts of issues as well, I would have thought. I don't know where it's gone. The gun, though, is still very much free to kill. And the French cav still, yep. Still alive, still kicking about. Britain's captured that building back there, right by the French guns, that French horse artillery. France going in again. The King's German Legion holds strong. They're redlining though. And they rout. The French actually were successful in storming there, and they looks like they got this the Yorkshire West Riding foot there as well. The Havoc-cake lads, and they're going to move their way down the line. Squares being formed where they can. It does not matter. Reinforcements are arriving. Wellington's Corps and Hill's Corps coming to save the day. Royal Pilates. Got a nice volley going up there as well from the fighting fours, blasting the flank of the combat, and also the French infantry there. Keep firing, boys. Keep blasting those Frenchies. Nice, really nice shots. So that's how you use those boys. Just get flank a combat as Britain and just shoot it to the side of it. You fire so quickly and you rout them so quickly as well. King's German Legion here, the Green Rascals destroying that final French cavalry unit, and it looks like they're going to go in here against some of the final French infantry as well. The general putting up a last stand as well. Looks like he's, I guess, just accepting his defeat. He needs to go into melee somewhere and just be dealt with. But we'll just fast forward for the last bits. I think the general here is one of the last things standing. I don't know if there's anything else much to go. I think the guns have been got rid of here. There you go. General has fallen. So yeah, there you go. Icky losing his. And I can't see much left. The French are routing en masse over here. One little unit returning here. But we'll see whether there's anything else. I think the other French general might have just routed. I don't think we saw him die. So yeah, 3 out of the 4 died. I think one just routed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We've got this one unit here that's got to be killed off. It looks like William of Orange is taking the responsibility. This seems bold. He doesn't need to go in. I mean, the battle is over, so if he dies, he dies. But there you go. He's going in. Yes, will he be able to win? I don't know. He's green lining. The other guys are red lining. He's going to get support. He might get support. Oh, then his general's died. There you go. General killed for William of Orange there. But he's winning the combat. Ironically, and he wins the fight. There you go. Routs himself, but routs the French infantry. There you go. That's not too shameful. Some French infantry here returning. I think that's pretty much it for units. Actually, France had another unit return, and they tried to storm the building here, but the Coldstream Guard, I think, are in the building, potentially along with also the 30th Cambridgeshire Foot is also in there. So, yeah, the French should probably be kicked out of that one. And looks like more Jaegers over here, and Fell Battalion should get rid of these guys as well. They might go into melee. Either way, the French will not stand, I doubt. And there you go. It's the last stand of the French. And there you go. It's going to be a GG. And Quatre Bras is going to be a French defeat, a British victory. Unlike in history where it was a bit inconclusive, the British are going to come out of this one victorious, very much so. And maybe there will be no battle at Waterloo here today. But yeah, hopefully the end results have gone up so you can have a look at them. It's just from my perspective playing as the Wellington Corps. So I'll have a look at my kills. I don't think I did so well as, say, like G. I think he was playing as one of the Prince of Orange's armies, and he did a very good job on the left flank. And Johnny did a good job as well, holding that centre under so much stress and strain as the French came relentlessly forward at those early stages. And well done to K1 as well. I think he did the best for the French in this one. But have a quick look at some of the unit kills. My first Royal Foot, the Pilates bodyguards, getting 184 kills, 120 kills for the Fighting Fours. John Hare, 118 kills, defending Quatre Bras. 79 kills from my Brunswickers. But yeah, not huge kills in this one. My army had a bit of a battering early on in this fight, and yeah, I lost Wellington as well, which is a bit embarrassing. But there you go, guys. That is today's NTW3 battle. If you did enjoy and want to see more Napoleonic carnage, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, don't forget to check out some of the videos appearing on your screen. Some good ones there, and join that Discord if you're interested. But until next time, guys, I'll see you in the next one.